Hello everyone, it's me Aiden, and I have more Super Monkey Ball 2 for you. This time, I'm doing advanced mode on challenge mode, so let's jump right into this. Okay, here we are. First level of the day, Banks. I'm not sure why they call it that, but whatever. And you can shortcut it just like that. Floor. Looks like someone was hungry. Okay, well, those things are gonna go really fast unless you press the play button right there. And there we go. You know, I get why they call this level Coaster, but also in Super Monkey Ball Touch and Roll, they call this level Parasite, and I think those two names actually fit this level really well. There we go, that was pretty cool. I'm not gonna get all the bananas, but I just want to see if I can get a few of these. Okay, there you go, Ai. You got some more yummy bananas. And by yummy, I mean yummy to him. Despite how much I love classic Super Monkey Ball, specifically, I actually don't like bananas at all. I much prefer apples and oranges. Whoa, that was so cool! I gotta save a replay of that.
Bruh.
Well darn. Okay. I'm probably gonna have to delete a few stuff off my memory card. Replays that I don't need anymore. I saved a lot of replays on this thing. If you wanted to get one of the warp goals in this level, I'd recommend pressing the play button behind where you spawn, but I'm only doing blue goals, so I'm gonna keep fast forward on, because even on fast forward mode, this one is relatively easy. And just as before, there's a play button in the back. And also, I don't think a lot of people would easily figure this out, but the bananas actually indicate where safe spots are, where you can wait for the rings to drop. If the rings fall on you, you're not gonna get like squished. You're gonna get clipped out of the bottom of the stage. You're not gonna get like squished like a bug. The game is just gonna clip you out of the level, or at least the platform you're on. Another cool level, and while there is a play button in the back, I'm not pressing it, because just look at this, this is cool. Okay, time for a super annoying level, also known as Starfish in Super Monkey Ball Touch and Roll. This is easily one of the worst levels in the game. despite the fact that I appeared to have cleared it no problem whatsoever. Also, on stepping stones, it's much better to take the left path. I mean, the right path has more bananas, but it's much thinner and much easier to fall off of. I've never actually done that path before. At least not successfully. And in dribbles, I've seen speedrunners use the first dribble to bounce straight to the goal, but I don't know how to do that myself, so I'm not even going to try it. I'm just going to go the intended route and dodge the dribbles. URL. When this level went into Banana Mania, they renamed it Push Bar and replaced the URL with a bunch of Super Monkey Ball related graphics because I can't imagine that that website exists anymore. I mean, maybe it does on like the Wayback Machine, but I don't know honestly. I can't imagine it's still around though. Okay, for this one, I'm not going to take the fattest rope, but I'm going to take this one since it's still relatively easy, but I don't want to make it too easy on myself. It's funny how these levels take place in under the ocean, or whatever they call this world, where they already did in story mode as well. The same goes for the bubbly washing machine levels in expert mode. I don't know why, just for the sake of like making things a little less redundant, I don't know why the under the ocean levels in challenge mode can't have the bubbly washing machine background, and the bubbly washing machine levels in expert mode can't have the ocean background, because honestly, in my opinion, that would have made more sense for the sake of uniqueness. Am I even making sense? Because sometimes when I talk about stuff, I'm worried I'm not making sense. Especially when I'm commentating. Alright, I'm gonna try something. Normally, the red curves on this level show you where you're not supposed to be when the teeth come. But I've seen people speedrun this game and just like go through this level somehow avoiding the teeth while just going straight super fast to the goal. Oh, if you're too far to the left, I need to stay on the right a little. This is not obviously going to be a no lives lost playthrough. I don't even know how I wouldn't lose at least one life on some of these levels. Whoa, that was pretty cool. Hello, I. No time to wave. You got a maze to go through. Sometimes when you idle for too long, the monkeys like to tease you and interact with you. Not like interact with you, but like they just like to, like I does, he just waves at you then he shakes his butt. Also, in triangle holes on 2 and Deluxe, you could actually, all you have to do is just go pull the joystick up the whole time, and then you'll beat the level. But because the physics in Banana Mania are a bit different, it's a bit harder than doing just that in that game. I haven't played Banana Mania in a long time because it's just not a great way to relive classic Super Monkey Ball. But I might play it one of these days. Well, what I mean is for my audience, that is. What? Alright. I think in this playthrough, for some levels that I super duper struggle on, I might just, like, skip some of the times I lose lives. Another thing I didn't really like about Banana Mania was that in challenge mode, I like how in Super Monkey Ball 2 story mode, you get an infinite amount of lives, but I don't like how in all game modes in the main game, in Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, you get an infinite amount of lives. I think you should have a finite amount of lives in challenge mode. If there was a way I could improve Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, I'd have it so that challenge mode has like a mode where you can play with infinite lives, but then a mode where you have like a limited amount of lives and it was more like a score attack, if I'm making sense. I think that would make a lot more sense. If I ever knew how to make my own video games, I'd probably make a Super Monkey Ball-like game. I have a lot of good ideas for like a Super Monkey Ball-esque game. I know that several people have done their own takes on Super Monkey Ball, but I think that if I knew how to make my own games, that's what I'd start off with first. A sort of new version of Super Monkey Ball. Not like a rip-off, I just mean like taking the parts of the game I like most and combining them into one. But it would definitely still be about having a character in a ball rolling around as you tilt the stage for them, just like in this game. You know, I think in some future games, they forgot that that's how the game works. When you play Super Monkey Ball, at least the classic games, you're actually tilting the whole stage, which makes the ball roll. I think in a game like Super Monkey Ball Adventure, they forgot that. Or the devs probably didn't know that's how the game worked. You see how Ai-Ai's moving? He's not doing that by himself. Well, you're not controlling Ai-Ai, you're actually making the stage move for him. And I feel like with the physics and the camera in Super Monkey Ball Adventure, that the devs didn't realize that it was actually you tilting the stage and not you controlling the monkey himself. Why can't I beat this level? This level is ridiculous. before it gets squished by the arthropod. Alright, that took way too long. But could have been worse. Let's press the play button. This level, I'm gonna try something. There we go, that was pretty cool. Oh wow, exactly 30 seconds. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. At least not to me. That was pretty weird, but pretty cool at the same time. Anyway, for this level, we have to go inside of the UFO. We have to make it flip over, and then reach the goal.
Bruh.
I screwed it up. Alright, here comes a really hard level. It's really hard. Now, these domes you have to navigate very carefully. There we go. I made it look a lot easier than it really is. I know a lot of people struggle with that level. And here's another level that is pretty hard that I struggle with. Alright, first try. That was easier than I imagined. I kind of like this level. It's kind of cool because one of those slider levels where you can just like slide really, really fast. It's pretty fun to do that. But this level is also a little hard, but not nearly as hard as Domes or Amida Lot. What? Ah, I was so close. just gotta remember where the little sugar cube goes. Okay, that was weird. See that teapot? It comes with a little sugar cube and then it falls off of the level. Ooh. Well, okay then. I guess that's it. Okay everyone, that just about does it for my playthrough of Advanced Mode. I thank you all for watching, and bye.